Again, another video of a black man talking about how he is the most desirable man on the planet. All black men are. However, black American women specifically are undesirable, unwanted, and should be looking in the mirror and questioning why they cannot attract a desirable black man. And yeah, so today I wanted to talk about that thought process because honestly, I don't know where it's coming from because it's not rooted in any type of reality or what's actually going on in society. So, number one, are black men the most desirable male? That's a question I have for you to answer. And I actually would love for black men to answer this as well. What proof do you have that black men are the most desirable male and that people desire to be them, envy them, want to, that they actually are in control of something as well? Good morning, Miss Chrissy, baby. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Bird. Thank you, Bird. I appreciate you, Bird. Good morning, supervillain. Number two, I wanted to talk about, are black men victims of racism and discrimination? Or are black men the most desirable men that everybody looks up to? Yeah, are these women that desire you so much and want to have your children, your biracial babies, like, are their fathers and mothers respecting you? Like, the logic is not logicking. Let me go forward. Number three, I saw this video that this black man was doing where he was talking about women that live in America, black women specifically, are undesirable, ugly, mean, all of these type of things. Don't chew on your bed. Don't do that. Sorry, I was talking to my dog. Yeah, I wanted to know, what is black men's obsession with submission and leadership? Because what has black women's submission or black men's leadership done for the black community? Where black men are in charge, and I'm not even just talking about here in the United States, but across the diaspora, when black men are actually in charge, what benefits do you see? I would really like to talk about that. Number four, yes, that just goes into it. What benefits have following black men and their leadership? What is that given to anyone? And definitely, what is that given to black women who they want to submit and accept this leadership? What benefits have women received when they follow behind black men? So when people talk about how supposedly during civil rights era, Jim Crow era, that black women were following behind their black men, what exactly did those actions do for black women that you saw? How did that benefit them and society? Number five, passport bros, passport bros, passport bros, dating out. And, black men that go outside and think that they deserve the best. Dare I say that if you were a black man that was worthy of everything that life had to offer, you would be able to find someone in your home country. Because nothing is in an absolute. So you can find any flavor of woman that you prefer here in the States that would follow behind your supposed program if you were that person. So yeah, I'd like to talk about that as well. Let me go to E, who I just brought up here. You can talk about whatever you want. Let me start your timer. Go ahead, E.
Yeah, thank you. So our sorry y'all, I just woke up. Our BM, the most desirable male. No, they're not. I think it's more, so obviously white men are gonna be at the top, but I think when it comes to like physically,
You,
then yeah, like
and you're black, right?
physical attributes, yeah.
Hey, E, you're black, right?
I said yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't like how you said that. You have a great day. All right. Bye. Um, yeah, I don't know. Something about her was giving me a bad vibe. Yeah. I don't like how she said I said yeah. Like, who the fuck are you? And what is your problem? You don't tell me what you said. If you don't get, never mind. You know, I'm trying not to be mean today. I'm trying my best not to be mean today. Yeah, well, you can be fully black, but I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like how you said, I said, like, yeah, that's where you fucked up at. Oh, well, you can be sick in your house, but you're not about to be sick on my live because you sick in the head if you think you're going to talk to me crazy. Sorry, I ain't like that. And I'm going to block you so that you can take your sickly behind on. Have a great day. Blockiana. 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 Sorry. No. Didn't like it. Sorry. I don't apologize for my feelings. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. I'm sorry.
Hey, nah. Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't like it. I didn't. And her voice sounded weird to me. I'm sorry. It did. It sounded weird. I blocked her. I blocked her. She's blocked. I don't ever want to see her again. Like, she talk about she's sick. Like, I care. Like, that doesn't give you an excuse to talk to me crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just how I felt. I can't apologize for my feelings. All right. Yes, here we go. The Kanya. You can go ahead. Let me start your timer, sir. Just 1 second here. Let me start your timer. And then you can tell me what you want to talk about on the topics.
let's talk about number two, our BM, victims of racism. Extremely, I don't, in times of today, modernly speaking, I don't think we are victims of racism. Go ahead, go ahead. Did I do something wrong?
No, I didn't say
Oh,
anything.
okay, my bad. Yeah, I don't think today we are victims of racism, modernly speaking, because we got the ability with amounts of resources that prior our ancestors didn't have access to, and if they did, I don't know because I didn't live in those time periods. But I feel like it's an ideology we put upon ourselves to prevent the work that is actually needed for us to be governed of our own and liberated. So yeah, again, that's why I said what I said with that. Just keep going down the list.
You can if you like
All
until
right,
your
all right.
timer runs out.
Bet. Passport Bros dating out and the BM think that he deserved the best. Again, nah. You can. I mean, you can choose to do as you kindly want to. Out of experience alone, I don't suggest it's best because of how we connect to other people and people do not connect to us best. So it is best for us to stay amongst our own kindred. Let me say it like that. Are BM the most desirable male? Yeah, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your seeds, so they can take your children and raise them elsewhere. I just think that we need to like wake up, nigga. Can I say that? Wake up, niggas here. Like we need to really pay attention to what's going on. They've been running game on us for a while now, and yeah, when are we tired of having the game ran on us?
All right. Gotcha. I don't know, y'all. Y'all are asking, money, what money, question mark. I think he may be talking about professional athletes, possibly, y'all. Because I think that's what he was talking about. I think he was talking about professional athletes. Look, y'all about to make me start laughing. It was already downhill with the lady that came up here, E. Y'all, I'm so mad. As soon as he said money, all of y'all in the comments like, money? Money? Like Drake? Like, I can't. Oh. Oh my goodness, Kanya, please don't start being insulting because I went to your page and I'm telling you what, I know you're not talking about stop being broke because, sir, you look brokeana. I'm looking at your apartment right now. All right. You look super broke and you look super zesty like you got a grinder account. So please get out of here, Kanya. I went to your page. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So do better. I'm sitting here looking at you right now. All right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Is this you? Let me see if this is you. This can't be you. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, all right. I saw this zesty looking dude and I thought it was you, but now I see you don't got no pictures because you're probably even uglier than the guy that I was looking at. So yeah, all right. But I'm gonna go ahead and block you. All right, because you ain't got no money. All right, go ahead, supervillain. He gone. He gone. If you have something to say, supervillain, like
That mute button be my arch nemesis, I swear. I want to answer number 4, but I just really gotta go to number 2 after that last guy. Black men are definitely facing racism. They just don't feel like it's bad because they have access to white tea women. And I told her, like, it's only going to take about 10 or 15 years. I swear to Mother Nature. They're going to be talking about chattel slavery like that shit was a one-way tourist trip to the Americas. If you leave it to them to tell the story. I don't understand. Didn't we not just report 3 strange shootings happening and a couple of black men, truck drivers gone missing in sundown town? We literally just reported those stories like in less than 2 weeks. And they don't think they're dealing with racism. They're fine with it. I'm telling you, they were always fine with it. Once they had the access to black women, that's the price they are willing to pay for that white tea proximity. For number 5, it is really sad. I literally just saw a documentary about the Philippines. They're reporting that the Philippines has the most teenage pregnancies under 16 in the world. Under 16 in the world. They had one of the quote unquote husbands, who was a black man, by the way, because age of consent there is 12, 22, and the wife, quote unquote, because I don't believe in women, little girls being wives, but the little child bride was 13, crying because she had a miscarriage, because she was playing hopscotch. And she thinks she's going to go to hell because she had a miscarriage. 22-year-old husband. These black, white, green, whatever, these men are garbage. Any passport, bro, any man that has to go to another country, he's doing it to pick up a child. Let's just be so freaking for real. And he's doing it so he can do devious things and not be held accountable. These passport bros are so disgusting. And I believe there would be a lot more. Just a lot of them can't afford it. But that's what I just have to say about that. It's really disgusting. And I just want to see if we're going to see Filipino men come up on here and talk about how their women are teenage mothers and single mothers. Because now the world is reporting they have the highest instance of teenage pregnancies. I'm going to yield there. I'm going to be up and down, but I yield there.
all right, all right. I got you. I got you. I got you. Supervillain. Uh, let me go up here. I was gonna say something, but I'll just go up here to Midnight. Go ahead, Midnight.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Um, Answering the questions of your prompt. By the way, I'm a black woman, 35. Number one, are black men the most desirable men? No, only to black women, and it's because of our demand of them that anyone else really wants them, especially schmexually. Um, and I think they do confuse being desired with fetish, and they don't differentiate the two, but they are the most desirable to their own women, not to other women. I had a conversation with a woman who actually told me that if, the men in their community find out they are even touched by a black male, they are not desirable women within their own communities. They actually lose whatever value that is placed on them. um, are black men victims of racism? Yes, and they are victims of it, but they also internalize it to the point where like they perpetuate it even against their own people. That's why when I hear them talk, when we talk about racism, they're usually the center of it as if they're the only ones that experience it, when in reality, we experience not only racism, but the sexism bit too. And I think that when we talked about civil rights and all of these other movements, we've centered them so much where they where when we're talking about them, it's always about them. We're ignored in all of that. Um, why are black men so obsessed with submission and leadership? I think because they've never held any significant leadership role, and because they are very subservient and submissive. So and men are really good at projecting because they're very submissive, especially to their oppressors. They demand that of us. Um, and I think that's why they're obsessed with it. They're obsessed with leadership because it's a position they haven't had in any significant, meaningful way. And I don't think they have a problem with racism or these racial hierarchies. I think that their gripe is just where they rank in that system. Because if they had the ability and the opportunity to occupy the top spot, they would, and they'd inflict the same pain, if not worse pain. I think as a black woman, I would rather stick with the devil I know than these men who's been thirsting for hundreds of years for that top spot and the power that comes with it. Because I don't think we're going to have any chance in the system where they actually are leaders. I'm not worried about it because they never will be. Um, there are no benefits following black male leadership because, again, they haven't been leaders in any meaningful, substantive, significant way. Their idea of leadership isn't to be servants. Their ideal of leadership isn't to, be selfless. What they want is dominion over everyone and to perpetuate white supremacist ideology onto everyone else. And passport bros dating out in the black men that think he deserves the best. I mean, here's the thing about that. I think the black community needs to cull the herd. These types of people we don't want in our community around it anyway. If they can't perform to the standards of these patriarchies that they're upholding, they should leave. Go bother someone else. We absolutely don't want them here. And them thinking they deserve the best is just pure delusion. They can date out and go bother and bring that degeneracy to someone else's community. I'm more than happy with them opting out because they can't perform. They can't do what needs to be done in the community. And I think our community needs to be a lot more, we need to be a lot more cutthroat, I think, with these treasonous, traitorous males. That's what I think.
All right. I got you, Midnight. I can't say that I disagree with the things that you said. I mean, the only thing I really don't have anything to say about disagreeing. I just feel like, I mean, the only thing I would say is that no, no, it's not even worth me saying that either. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about it. I agree with you. I do think though, the point that you made about like, now thinking about it, about what you said about black men thirsting for power. I definitely think that when you have someone that has been thirsting to be in a position of telling you what to do, you don't know if anybody's ever worked on a job, even when you were young, when you had that person that always wanted to try to be the boss or you know what I'm saying, but they wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And then if you've ever seen that person get to the position of power, how they become like a micromanaging you and just making the whole job and leadership position unbearable. I think that if that happened, if they were able to get the power that white men have, I believe that that's the type of things that would be going on, in my opinion. Because if you look in places like across the diaspora, where you have black men that are running around with freedom unchecked, like in the Congo where they're throwing acid on 9-year-old girls and women and graping them and just chopping people with machetes and doing some of the most like barbaric things of all time. I think that's like a glimpse into what happens when they're freely unchecked. And this isn't to say that other men are not out here doing the same. Like if you look at what's happening to the women in Afghanistan right now, or you look at what's happening to women that reside in many parts in India, what's happening to them and other places by their demographics of men, which is also unholy and ungodly. The things happening there is bad too. So I'm not saying that, other races of men are not capable. It's just of much as violence. But I will say that, especially if we're speaking from like men in America, black men here that just can't get on the power structure because we are essentially still, I would say, prisoners, in a strange territory because we've never been welcomed in by white people here. We live here because we were caught here and we just not going nowhere. But y'all get what I mean. So they'll never be able to get a foothold here. So if they were, I do think that the treatment would be kind of wild. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I think that what Midnight was saying was true. I think also one of the big problems with black men is allowing the lusting after what women perceive them to be. And the only reason why women perceive them to be this way is because we have almost been their publicists. I think that they will take being fetishized over any type of real control. You know what I mean? And that is weird. I have never seen black women behaving that way. I'm not saying you haven't seen some like hyper sexualized, black women or whatever, but I'm talking about like collectively, black women that would take the lust of white men over actually being treated decently, as a human being, or being like, hey, it's cool that this, that, and the third is happening in the community. At least they like to have intercourse with me. I don't see black women doing that much. I'm not saying that never happens, and I think that's because for the most part, I still say this, I don't think black women are attracted to white men. I don't. Now, of course, y'all may be attracted to I don't know, who can I say, like a Chris Evans, you know what I'm saying, white man, or whatever white man that's your preference, that like normally are extremely attractive white men. Y'all may like them, but I don't believe that black women really are attracted to white men specifically, like your average everyday white man, because they just aren't desirable. And I think that if this is probably going to be a hot take, but I think that if black men should feel lucky, because if white men were more attractive and more desirable, I think that black women wouldn't be so much of a mammy for black men. Because even me, I can say that out of all the races of men, I still think black men look the best aesthetically. And I think that they're able to leverage that on their piss poor character, their lack of motivation, their violence, their criminality, their disrespect, the way they're all of these horrible things. Because the only thing that some of them have is the external of what black women perceive them to be, if that makes sense. But I mean, like I don't know. Hopefully y'all get what I'm saying. But yeah, I just don't think that black women really, even black women that date white men, because I normally hear black women, even black women that date white men, say, they think that black men look the best. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I have never found a white man attractive, saw him, but I would say out of the collective of white men, let's say I say 100% of white men, I think I would say that 1% of white men are actually desirable and attractive. You know what I'm saying? That's me. And not to mention their other unfavorable characteristics, as far as racism, as far as them being the largest percentage of chomos and um child abuse material watchers, and a whole lot of other things. Yeah. I don't care for attractiveness. I never said attractiveness paid the bills. I'm not attracted to white men's souls and personalities either. I'm not gonna tell nobody, be having a conversation with somebody about washing their meat. If you were to choose somebody Asian, or somebody maybe even spicy white, like a white tea Latino, they would know to do that, if you get what I mean. So yeah. There's that. Hold on. This person in the chat, Post Office Malone. Are you black or what? Cause I'm not gonna add you up if you're not. Yeah. And you're proving my point. That's all I was trying to say. So I don't know what your goal was, but nobody was saying what you were saying at first. I was just saying I think that most black women don't, and it's not that you won't talk to them or whatever. I just think that they're still not your main preference if black men acted correctly. So black women have no choice but to go out because of what, like I said. Anyway, y'all get what I mean. And this ain't even about that. This is about the stupid live not the live, but the video that I saw of black men once again throwing black women under the bus because I don't want to give them any props or any compliments about anything. I shouldn't have even said what I said. Yeah, I want to talk about the fact of black men and their delusion and how they always tend to call black women undesirable, which doesn't make any sense when black women are on the other side, that the other side of the coin. If we're not desired, you definitely are. Okay, go ahead, Kalandra.
I want to say to number one, no, they're not the most desirable. To number two, I'd probably say yes because I think all black people deal with systemic racism on some form of level. I think black men are obsessed with submission and leadership because they want to be YT men and they think that would lead them there. And so they believe if they step on black women, that would get them there. Well, I would say none. None, because they're not leaders. Pastoral bros dating out and the black men that think he deserves the best. I think that's the delusion that they live in their mind, and they feel like if they diss black women all the time, it would make them look so much different from us, even though they're way like we're not bad. They're the ones who, like you said before, commit black femicide, act crazy. Yeah, I think a lot of them live in delusion, and I think they know that they're not a real man, and so they just bash on women all the time.
All right, all right, all right. I got you. And for number two, Kalandra, I believe that black men are the victims of racism. I think black women are the victims of racism. But I was just saying that I find black men's reasoning illogical because how can you say you're the most desirable man and all of these women want you and all of these people want you and their families and their lineage and then say that everybody's racist against you when they're doing all of these things? That's how delusional they are because the logic just doesn't add up. Because you can't be the most desirable and then be the most hated and abused and the victim of racism. Like the you know what I mean? Let's see here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think they're the most desirable trigger. I would disagree with number one.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would too. I think that they're the most desirable in their own mind because these people that they're saying don't want them in their families or anything of that nature. But yeah, let me just keep going up here. But yeah, I definitely agree with everything you were saying, Calandra. Okay, let me go up here to Miss Chrissy, baby, and then we'll go to. I'm not even gonna call your name, sir, because I feel like you might be a troll. Okay, but I'll let you speak though. Go ahead, Miss Chrissy, baby.
Good morning, Triggered.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm still stuck at money, but I'll get over that at some point. Because what? Okay, number one, I think no. I think it's probably confused with fetishization. Because historically, we don't have to go into details, but historically they were fetishized. Two, I think that I think because of number one, number two is a yes, because of course, strange fruited, the criminal justice system, the football player that got accused of a car wreck that unalived someone and was lied to by a YT woman that unalived himself. That was pretty racist. And in this climate, I think there is a level of delusion because I think because of this person in office that they're going to benefit from them because I think they align themselves with other races and don't understand that they're the main target. which is pretty scary that they don't even recognize that under this administration, but they really, really don't think it's going to go like that. Why are they obsessed with submission and leadership? I think it's projection of what they feel inside. I think internally they recognize their position in the world. So maybe they can feel an ounce of what it feels like being a white tea man by stepping on our necks and oppressing us. I mean, you can look at the Black Power movement and all of the rape and child sexual assault that happened during that movement. I think that obsession will never make any political or social movement strive because they are obsessed with that. I think if they let go of that, those movements would have went a lot further. For none, like you said, across the diaspora, it shows. After all these years, there's a whole ass continent and islands with majority BLK people. Why? What's going on? We should be miles and miles and miles and miles ahead, if you know what I mean. I mean, it sucks to say, but it's true. Like, we're the global majority. We are the global majority. YT people makes only like less than 10% of the world population. So, huh? And then the passport bros. I think it's sex trafficking. But I mean, go ahead. Go. I want them to go over there. I agree with the last woman that said that. Of course, I'm an empath, so I think it's not fair for young women and girls being abused by them. So it's kind of like passing the abuse over to someone else. I know I shouldn't care, but I still be caring about the human race. And I don't think they're looking for wives. They're just looking for someone to oppress and abuse. And that's it.
All right. I got you, Miss Chrissy, baby. All right, let me go over here to debater. Go ahead. Let me start your timer for you. Go ahead, sir.
Black men the most desirable male? No. Second. Are black men the victims of racism?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, to an
Are you black
extent.
or are you just using a picture?
Yes, that's me. Next.
No, don't say next. Okay, so now you're next. Goodbye. Okay? Because I already knew that you was on some weird stuff that you said BBC debater, and I don't believe you're black. Okay, so next, yo, butt up out of here. Okay? Goodbye. Take care. Blockiana. Let me see. Let me go over here to where he is because I'm sure he's probably still here in the chat. Like, y'all are weirdos talking about this is me. That is clearly a stock photo you use, you weirdo. Like, and it's like, do y'all understand that? I know that y'all use these pictures because y'all are ugly. You know what I'm saying? But I just want you to know that everyone knows that you're ugly when you use a stock photo. So it would be better if you didn't use a picture at all. Because you going on this internet, the World Wide Web, to grab a picture of a black man that you do not know that you find attractive, because that's why you chose it, because you feel like that's an attractive man and will listen to you or whatever because you're ugly. That's weird. I really want you to know that that is very strange. You need some mental help. You need some therapy and unpack why, if you're going to use a picture of a man, that you can't use your own. Step your self-esteem up. Talking about some next. Like, I know you didn't think that you was about to get that off. I think that a lot of y'all problem is, and it's just not black men, it's men in general. Y'all are used to disrespecting women so much and women just giving you a pass that you think that every woman operates that way. I don't. I don't. I don't care that y'all are some of y'all are stronger and bigger. Want to know why? Because I have a 9mm to make up for the lack of the strength that I may have versus you. So, and online, we're all have the equal strength. Okay. So y'all got to get real with how y'all feel like y'all gonna play in somebody's face, honestly. But you'll never do it here, ever, ever, ever. So please understand that. And if you say, oh, well, when you get outside, you'll never do it there either. Because I have something that goes click, boom, that'll stop you from doing it there too. Okay. I hope y'all understand that. This isn't a safe space for y'all to ever talk to me crazy. All right. Okay. So anyway, like I said, I did definitely agree with what Miss Chrissy Baby said, for sure. And I'll tell y'all, I think I've said this before though. I lurk in a lot of passport bro groups as a man. And I'm telling you, do you know that there's this one passport bro group that I am a part of? And they talk about going to Colombia all the time. And all they do is talk about the cheapest way that they can pay for the pussy. The cheapest way. Dudes is like, hey, I'm coming down there. I only got a $250 budget. What type of woman can I get? Do you think I'll be able to at least have schmecks with a 10 while I'm down there? I don't mind the rest of the days that I'm down there if I have smecks with 4s and 5s, but at least one day I'm down there, I want to have smecks with a 10. And then these dudes post pictures of girls, say, oh yeah, she works at such and such, such and such. You'll see her around such and such club or such and such street. She charges this amount. She charges 85. So just make sure you save enough for her if that's what you really want. Take that out of your budget. They'll be talking about what the girls do, well, like what type of smecks acts they'll do, how good they are, how good they perceive their lady parts to be. It's really, really, really disgusting. Like, and I don't think women really be knowing like how gross men really truly are when they feel like they have a space to where they're not going to be judged because it's nothing but men in there that are gross as them. And that's the crazy part is they'll tell you that they looking for wives supervillain, but they are not. They don't go down there looking for wives. The thing has never been wives. It's always been looking for women to take advantage of. Looking for women that they can use up sexually and not have to pour anything into her. A woman that they can just use her body and kick her to the curb. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just that. Or looking for kids, looking for underage girls. One of those two things. And if there is a small percentage of men that are looking for wives, it's because they are so ugly, disgusting, gross, badly built like a bag of bricks that they can't find a woman over here. Or they're broke and they hope that the $1.50 that they have in their bank account is enough to get a girl from there to come over. And it's really just that simple, you know? Let's see here. Celestial Godson. This isn't for Flower Rangers, okay? So let me block you. You can't come in here. This is a no Flower Ranger zone. Okay, so let me see about this username. You might be a troll too. Um, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, you are a troll too. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Why y'all be doing this? I'm just gonna block you. Like, it's very weird. Okay, so somebody in the comments, Abdi CJ. Why do you, look, you guys, I'm not going to be able to get into heaven if y'all keep playing with me like this. So Abdi CJ said that we're not all, don't block him. Don't block him. Don't block him. Abdi CJ said that we're not all ugly. Passport bros are not all ugly. Abdi CJ, your picture determined that you are a liar. You are indeed ugly, Abdi CJ. Yes, you are. You are ugly. And you look weird. And you look like you gonna give a girl a good 5 seconds of stroking, and that's it. You are definitely ugly. Absolutely, you are. What are we talking about? What? Man, y'all got to stop playing with me. Y'all got to. uh, I'm sorry. Wait. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I can't even speak. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I might have to end the live because I can't. I'm dying over here, y'all. Y'all just don't know. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, oh my goodness. Let me stop. Stop it, Trigger. Oh, I'm smacking myself, y'all. I'm about to pinch my arm. Okay, let me say something. This is why I say that passport bros be delusional. You see what I'm saying? This is why I say they be delusional. Because what are you talking about? You're not ugly. Yes, you are. And that's the reason why you have to go over there. That's the reason why none of the girls here want you. Like, honestly, I don't know. Have y'all ever seen like them jack-o'-lanterns? You know, the people be cutting out for Halloween, and then how some people put them little slits in the mouth and they make the little teeth area. That's what his mouth looked like a jack-o'-lantern mouth. If y'all don't believe me, look at this real fast. Hold on. Y'all see that? Can y'all zoom in on that? Do y'all he got a jack-o'-lantern mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's Halloween is coming up and everything, but yeah. Yeah. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. These men make it too easy. They make it too easy. Like, too easy. Yes, it's like his mouth wasn't finished. YMPP. That's ridiculous, man. I just don't even know what to say. Like, y'all, you see what I'm saying? They make it way too easy. I try to be good. It's not my fault. I try. If they do it to me, it's not my fault. Please, y'all. It's not my fault. I'm trying my best. I've been being real mean today, and I was mean yesterday, and I think the day before. Look, y'all, I can't even come back online. I'm gonna stay on here for 1 hour, and then I gotta like detox because I'm doing too much, y'all. I apologize to my sisters only. Only. All right, go ahead, Misha. You can go ahead, sis.
Okay. For number one, I don't think that black men are the most desirable, but I do think that they are the most like fetishized. So that's for number one. Are black men victims? I feel like yes. I feel like all black people are a victim of racism. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. So I would say yes. I don't know what number three is because it went pause. Why are black men obsessed? Oh, she put a picture up.
Yes, sorry. Just 1 second, Nisha. I'll restart your
Okay.
timer. This is the guy that said I'm proving passport bros point because I'm putting down. You know what? Once again, you prove my point as well. I did say that passport bros are ugly and also old, washed up, badly built men that are trying to relive their glory days when they were younger, they still didn't get no pussy like yourself. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Do you think that I care what you think? You are sitting on a maroon couch, which means that you are at least in your 60s because who has a maroon leather couch? And then number two, you have on a beanie inside of your house, which means that you don't have any hair, or at least your hairline is jacked up and receding. And you got gray in your beard and you're over here playing like this. Please stop playing with me, sir. Don't nobody care what you think about me. I don't care if you're a passport bros. I don't care if you go to Disneyland. I don't care if you go to Never Never Land to find a woman. I really don't care because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to pay like you weigh. You think a young girl or a foreign woman wants to see this on top of her pumping their guts to oblivion? That's what you really think? Women, when they grow up as young girls and become adults, that this is the type of man that they dream about getting pumped by? Is that what you think? Oh my goodness, when I get older, when I have schmecks, it's gonna be with somebody that look like this? Come on now, be freaking for real. Y'all got to get a grip with yourself, all right? And understand that your opinion means nothing. If you're ugly, why would I care what you think? All right? I don't care what none of y'all men think. And I don't mind calling y'all ugly because I really think that y'all are delusional because enough women don't call you ugly. They be nice to y'all and be like, oh no, you're a black king. And they don't tell you the truth that you're ugly and old and washed and you're built like a doggone suitcase. That's what I think, or built like a bar of soap. Please get out of here, sir. Stop it. Please, you made me interrupt Misha, and I didn't want to do that. Let me restart her timer. Get out of here, sir. Please. Go ahead, Misha. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I'm laughing. I forgot where I was at. Oh, number three. Why are black men so? I feel like they are obsessed with submission and maybe leadership because maybe they didn't have that. A lot of them didn't have like someone leading them when they were younger as kids, you know, they didn't have a black father, so they feel like they need to be able to lead someone else. I guess they think they need to lead a woman or whoever. And then number 4, I don't think there's any benefit really. There's probably like maybe a small percentage, if you did follow a small percentage of a black man, that would give you some good benefits, but honestly, I don't think there's any. And then for number 5, I feel like black men have become obsessed with this passport bros thing, because you know how white men used to always go to, like, what is it? Where did they go? Vietnam? Or one of those, you know how they used to go there and get those young girls and bring them back here to be like their wives and stuff. I feel like they are obsessed with that because they used to do that, even though it is on some, I don't, can I say this word? What words? I don't know how to say it without you getting oh gosh. I think you know what I'm talking about
Just
though.
try to mess up the word
Oh,
so it doesn't. But we know it. But just try to mess it up some.
I can't think of a way to say it, but you know, like abuse. Can I just say that
Yeah,
way?
you could just say, or yeah, just say that.
Okay, like I feel like it's that way because they are going there getting with, you know, young girls that are underage and things like that. So
Yeah,
I
to
feel like,
essay them. You mean like
yeah,
essay? Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, so I feel like it's kind of on the same levels of that, but they're just saying they're going there just because they can, you know, or whatever. But then I also feel like they're going over there too because they can't get a woman over here because nobody wants them, because like you just said about that man, he's ugly, you know, they got all these rules and things like that, but they can go over there and pay a woman $20 and get whatever they want, which is gross. But that's all I wanted to say.
All right, all right. I got you. I got you. I appreciate you, Misha. I'll just say, like, honestly, y'all, the reason why I decided to do this live today, because I'm not gonna be on here long. This is not gonna be a long live. Is because I sat there and I watched the video of a black man talk about how black men are the most desirable men on the planet. Everybody wants black men. Every woman that sees black men just goes crazy and wants to have his babies and all this other stuff. And it doesn't matter where he goes, all over the planet. Every woman of every race bends the knee to black men. And then he said, but on the other side, nobody likes black American women. Black American women are ugly and mean. And he was just saying all this crazy stuff. And this man had a white t-shirt wrapped around his head. Like, and I was just like, this is exactly what I mean. And then they had 2 black women on there. First of all, these were older black women, and this isn't to age shame anybody, but they were at least in their 40s. Like, so they should have known better. One black woman was in her, like I said, she was in her 40s clearly. She had on like a club fashion overdress with her boobs like really out there. She looked pretty. Like I said, I'm not hating on her, but you could tell that she was trying to get these black men's attention. The other lady was dressed the same way, like they were both going to a club or a speakeasy afterward. And it was just like, y'all are sitting there encouraging these black men to talk about you and to talk about black women. And for some reason, y'all think that because y'all got y'all hair done and y'all best makeup on and y'all are dressed in club attire that they don't mean you. Like, it was really, really, really embarrassing, man. And it really made me so mad. And that is really that's the reason why I really roasted the guys that came up here, is because I truly believe that the reason why black men are able to live in this state of delusion like this is because black women never call them on it. Black women always will let them say all of these bad things about us. Oh, we ugly, we fat, we this, we that, we mean, we angry. And then black women are just accept it all, right? But then on the other hand, they always get all of this positive reinforcement by black women saying, oh, you know, it's nothing like a black man. I love my black kings. I could never, you know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. And then keep on encouraging them. So that's how they end up looking like the dudes that I just showed on this, you know, picture here. And then they think that they are also looking good because black women lied to all of them. And that's why I really do believe that a lot of men that really talk crazy, they've never been told that they're ugly. Never been told that. Even if they are, they've never been body shamed. Now, you know, they body shame black women for being one size and not this size. They body shame really petite. You know, black women, because they say, oh, you too skinny. I like them thick. They body shame thicker women. They body shame plus size black women. They body shame somebody that don't got a huge booty or a BBL body, even though they say they don't understand why some black women do it. And the reason why they do it is because those are the type of body types that they idolize. It's so many different things that black men do to black women and their looks, and black women never do it. Black women never call fat black men badly built. They never say, hey, you got to lift up your stomach to see your penis. Look at you. You should be ashamed of yourself. They never shame skinny black men. Look at you. You look like a wet paper towel. You ugly. They never shame black men hair. You know how black women's hair always gets shamed? No matter how you wear it, whether you wear it natural, whether you wear a weave, whether you wear a sew-in, whether you wear a wig, whether you wear braids, whether you wear it natural, any of that, we get shamed for everything. And black women do not do the same. That's the reason why black men don't have an insecurity when it comes to their hair. Because black women never say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really do believe that black women have got to start doing more back to them. Like, for real, do you know how many men that I have actually called ugly on this live before, and they act flabbergasted? Like they can't even believe it. And they're actually ugly. And they're like, what? Because nobody ever said it. Nobody ever said it. Do y'all know who the social media influencer LA Truth is? Do y'all know who he is? He used to be married to this black woman. They used to do a lot of videos. I think her name was like Brianna or something like that. She's real pretty. If y'all don't know LA Truth, this man was always bald headed. He beat cancer, and which I found to be crazy. He beat cancer and then didn't even thank God for it. You know, I believe in God. This is just my opinion. He didn't even thank God for it. Started talking about how it was him. God ain't have no hand in it and all of this crazy stuff, which blew my mind. I was like, you playing with your life, player. I think that's a crazy thing to say. But nonetheless, this man was bald headed. He is running around here with a lace front wig on. And keep in mind, this is a very dark skinned, unambiguously looking black man. And this man has on a 3A, 2C toupee on. Super silky curls. Think Christian Keys, like when Christian Keys used to have, before he used to cut his hair off, like, and keep it low. Like, just, or somebody else with silky hair. Maybe like Russell Wilson type of hair. You know, when he grew it out a bit when he was with Sierra. Like, that's the texture of the hair that this man got on his head. And he stayed talking about black women in their weaves. And this man is doing full live streams with that silky toupee on. And you know what? I haven't seen a single black woman shame him for that and say, you don't love yourself. Why you got that silky hair on your head? Ain't nobody said nothing to him. And I just want this to be clear. People say that black women are mean and nasty and aggressive, but we're not. Because if we were, a lot of black men would have very poor self-esteem. And they don't. And you want to know why? Because there are black women everywhere. Their mothers, their sisters, their cousins, their nieces, the women that they're using up, pour into them. Really. I think that the black community would be a whole lot better if black women started telling the truth to black men. And that is really the reason why I've started doing this lately. Because they need to hear it. Because they don't have no problem calling you single. Oh, you ain't got no man. Or, oh, your husband cheating on you because you not letting me talk to you crazy on his live. Or you fat. Or you too skinny. Or you did that. They don't have a problem telling you. So why bite your tongue when it comes to them? I think that if more black women treated them how we are treated, they would understand it. It's just almost like a bully. You know, when you stand up to a bully and you be like, you know what? Okay, well, let's go ahead and get to rumbling because, yeah, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I remember when I think I was in third grade, right? I was always like a skinny, bony child that never had no friends. I was always picked on, a super nerd. And I remember in third grade, it was like this gang of black girls. It was 3 of them. They used to bully me every day. Like they would have me go in the bathroom and like smack me and take the stuff that was in my purse that my mom put in there, like my little candies. And they would take my little lunch and all of that. And I remember I kept coming home from school looking depressed. And my dad was like, what's wrong with you? You've been looking really depressed lately. I was like, I don't want to talk about it, Dad. And he was like, you're going to tell me what's the problem. What's the problem? So I told him what was going on. I told him that these 3 black girls was bullying me and taking all my stuff. And so my dad had a black belt in karate. He was very much into martial arts. So he was like, look, I'm going to teach you how to defend yourself. You got to know how to defend yourself. So he was getting them pads, you know, them pads that you punch on. He got them from downstairs in the basement, brought them upstairs. He had me punching on them. Imagine a bony third grader punching on some pads. He had me punching on them. He was like, yeah, so tomorrow when you get to school and they try you, this is what you gonna do. You just gonna pick the first one and you gonna start wailing on her. You gonna just start punching on her. Pow, 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 pow. And you not gonna stop. And he was like, and if they don't look like they're affected by it, you gonna start yelling and just yelling while you hitting. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do that, Dad. I don't know if I can do that. He was like, you can do it. You will do it. Because if you don't, when you get home, you're going to be on punishment. So I'm like, all right, all right, all right. So I go there. Sure enough, they come and they like, yeah, triggered. Run me that stuff out your purse. So at first I'm a little scared. You know, the girl take my little purse off my arm. I had some Starburst in there. And the next thing you know, I was just looking at it. I was like, man, I got to do it. And so I just started hitting her like, ah, ah, yeah. I was hitting her in her stomach, just swinging back and forth. I don't really think that his did any damage, y'all, but that was just hitting her. Ah, ah, ah. Do you know that a teacher came up? The other girls was looking like, what's going on with her? Do you know that they never bothered me again? They never bothered me again after that. Not a single day after that. No kidding. This, I'm telling y'all the truth. Honest to God. They never bothered me a day again. And I really do think that more black women, we got to start doing that. We got to start welling on them for real, because it's just no way, you know what I'm saying, that we should be letting this go on. But anyway, let me chill. Let me go up here to Corey. Go ahead, Corey.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Let me start your timer. Go ahead.
Okay, so do I answer the questions first, or can I just talk?
You can talk if you want. You can do what you like.
So yeah, I do think a lot of black men feel like they're the most desirable because the whole terrible stereotype of black men being more endowed than other races and things like that. I think they keep thinking more of that aspect. But for instance, like when I was growing up, not even just growing up, I just graduated college and I was talking to my mom about like my upbringing and things like that. And I just told her I've never felt inspired or like comfortable with around other men. Like my dad has been in and out, but like his mom, his grandparent, his mom, and my mom, and like those are the people that raised me. So it's like when I would spend time with him, I would only see the people that he was around demeaning women. Like I was just telling her the other day, I remember my first time ever hearing a woman being called a bitch was when a man was asking my dad about my mom, and he referred to my mom as a bitch. And my daddy was just like, oh, he's not calling her a bitch. He just saying that that's how men talk. So I feel like a lot of black men have this thing of wanting to be accepted by other black men to the fact where it's like they will do and say whatever, even if they feel like it's wrong on the inside, because they want to be accepted so bad. And that's what all of this kind of egregious behavior comes from, the fact that they want to be accepted, and it doesn't matter how they be accepted is as long as they feel that acceptance. And it's like that's why they grow up to be old bitter ass old men, because it's like you went all your life without this acceptance. Now you're mad and becoming more egregious to women because you see the confidence that black women exude through the adversity, through all the things that black women are put through in society, and it makes them angry and it makes them hate themselves even more because they see how strong black women have been. So I think it's all based on insecurity, and it's all based on the fact that they've never been able to find a place in the world.
All right, all right. I got you, Corey. Uh, I just, I'm not saying that a lot of it doesn't have to do with, societal pressures, because just like somebody said in the comments, that good black men are bashed and talked about. You can think like Russell Wilson, somebody that's called like not cool and shamed for, what black men perceive him to be, which is respecting and loving his wife. But the thing about it is that I just feel like even with that, black women are raised and black girls are raised in terrible circumstances. A lot of times they may have been abandoned by their father. They may have had most black girls and black women have had some type of unwanted sexual contact by the time that they turn 18. And the idea, of course, we know in the black community that black girls and black women are not protected, and black women and black girls yet do not behave collectively in this way, in pushing forth the degradation of the men in their community, talking down on them, doing these things. And that is really the issue that I have with it, is that if black women cannot do these things, then black men shouldn't be able to do it either. It's like I just can't give them a pass. You know what I'm saying? At all for in any way. So it's just like I feel like if you're not doing what you need to do, then I can't respect it because black women don't do it. Now I'm not saying there aren't any black women or black girls that do it, but I'm saying collectively it just doesn't happen. Like black men are put on a pedestal. And I feel like for the women in your community to put you on a pedestal and the only thing you do on that pedestal is get down from it to stomp on the very people that are putting you there, that's disgusting and disgraceful. But let me go back down here to Kalandra. Did you have anything to say, sis?
Oh, I was just gonna say I agree with you. Like you said, black girls are 1 in 4 black girls will be essayed before they turn 18. But when I just saw a post, I'm a teacher, so it definitely resonated with me when I teach my students, and it said that how black girls act in the classroom versus how black boys act. And this one girl, she brought up a great point, and I do agree with her, is that girls are raised and boys are loved. I don't think black men are raised to have accountability. And I think a lot of it is inappropriate relationships with sons, because my mom, like I said before, had 3 girls and 1 boy. And the way she raised my brother was a lot different on how she raised me and my sisters. Like, we were held to way different standards than him. And I think that's why black men act the way they act. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have complete responsibility for that, but I do feel like because they're never taught to be accountable, because they're allowed, because black women, we experience acism and exism, and they only kind of experience acism. And I feel like it kind of helps them in patriarchy because, I mean, they're a man. So I feel like black men are never really held accountable. I feel like it's always a black woman somewhere raised, defending them and justifying them and making every excuse she can for why they act the way they do. Like the fact that Carisha wrote that letter for Diddy and stuff, knowing that it was a video out there like that, even if it didn't happen to you, it still happened to a woman. And the fact that you was out here writing videos, getting on the stage, getting on that court thing, and crying and stuff, I really feel like that's why. And I feel like the problem is that some black women, that male centeredness in them, like no type of sister type of thing, no type of sister love, like. And that's why I feel like sometimes they act the way they do. Now, I'm not saying we're completely to blame, but maybe we just need a chance to. I don't be around black men. I don't date. I don't talk to men. I'm trying to figure out how to become a millionaire, not mess with a man. I feel like it's women fault. Like, when I have a son, but I don't look at none of these black men out here the way I look at our money. Like, I'm sorry, no, I don't. And I feel like women just feel like they have to defend them, and I think that's the problem. Women are not in sisterhoods enough with each other. And they always, because I guess some of y'all ultimate goal in life is to have a man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because like for me, I don't know, Trigger, if you ever see TikToks like this, women showing how they're being treated by men, and then you in the comments arguing with people when they telling you, hey girl, that ain't how you should be treated. So for me, I just think black women, we need to start being more insistent with each other and not being in men, and stop thinking that what one man does to one woman, he won't do to you. And like I have always said, women are not that different. Like, if he was a deadbeat to one kid, one baby mama, he's gonna do the same to you.
All right, all right, all right. I got you. I got you. And you know what? I wanted to respond to somebody in the comments that was talking about Steph Curry's wife or whatever. And what she said about parenting and all of these other things. I feel like a lot of y'all don't read between the lines, because y'all, once again, y'all put black men on a pedestal. She said a long time ago that Steph Curry did not pay attention to her. She alluded to the fact that he was a bad husband years and years ago, before that was when she was super duper into the mommy role, before she was dressing out, she was dressing and started like really working out heavy and trying to, like, now I'm not saying I think she's a very attractive woman, Aisha. I think now she's on her diva type of time. And I think that back before she was on that type of time, she said that man wasn't paying attention to her, wasn't talking to her. And I'm really tired of y'all thinking that just because a black man or just because a man in general has a job and pays the bills, and he doesn't have any scandals to where he's not getting her teeth in, that means that he's a good husband. It's plenty of men that are not good husbands and they don't beat their wives and they don't have any scandals and they pay the bills. There's a lot of things that make up a marriage, and maybe it's because some of y'all have never been married or seen a healthy marriage. Like, just because your man pay the bills, that don't mean that he's a good man. Just because he don't knock your teeth in, don't make him a good man. And just because he doesn't cheat on you, that doesn't make him a good man either. Men be out here ignoring women, not talking to them, not giving no emotional support, just being up the stairs in a room, never talking to the wife, never engaging with her, never doing anything for her, never even acting like they love and care for her until they want to give her some D and everything else. You don't know what's going on in they marriage or their relationship. But he gets very much lame to me. Like he probably come home and don't pay attention to her. He gets very much lame to me. Like he'll give her a good 10 seconds and then roll over and go to sleep and leave her wholly unsatisfied. That's what he gives to me. I think she's crying out for help. And I think that she also feels torn because she knows the minute she decides not to be with this man, that y'all gonna demonize her and say she's the problem, and y'all don't even know that Negro. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? And for you in the comments, the cool reviews that said nothing makes a man good to black women. First of all, let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me hold on. You about to make me do you. Hold on. Sir, you ain't never had a black woman in your life that you did not dig into your wallet and pay for that was on the track. How would you know? You got on a loud Louis Vuitton shirt that you got from your local swap meet and not a lick of hair on your head. I really need you to tell me, what black woman are you talking to of any substance or quality or character? I'll answer it for you. None. Because a black woman with a barely functioning brain would not entertain you. Okay, would not give you an ounce of attention. So if you are not a virgin, then you have come across only mentally unstable black women that have entertained you. Okay, because only in mentally unstable women would entertain a hyena like you. You're a wild animal, sir. Please get out of here. You are a wild animal, and you are a below average, mediocre looking bed bug. And you know what? That's the reason why you ain't got no hair. I tell you that when y'all become bald, I want y'all to know as men, it's because you have been smited. It's because your behavior. Every time you walked in this world and you were a bad person, a follicle fell out in the shower. That's the reason why you bald. Yes, definitely a bald bed bug. Okay? So I really want you to know that my jokes can be so-so or they can be great. But I will tell you, the biggest joke that I can ever tell you, the cool reviews, is to tell you to walk right now into your bathroom and look in the mirror. There's no bigger joke than that. That's a really funny joke. Hardy har 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 har. There's no bigger joke than you going in the bathroom. You know what? No, I got a bigger joke than that. The bigger joke than you going in your bathroom and looking in the mirror is you going in your bathroom and pulling down your pants and looking at your genitals. That's the even biggest joke. Top tier, fantastic, epic, omega level joke. Yeah. All right. So take that home with you. All right. All right. You have a great day. I don't know how you got up here. You have a great day. All right. I blocked him. He gone. I'm not about to tell. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. T, baby. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I'm doing too much. I gotta go. I'm doing way too much. I be getting out of pocket. I'm doing too much.
No, I agree with you. I think we are always bashed and made fun of, and go outside looking natural then, and go. You got to bond. Like I think we're so immune to being insulted since probably childhood. Let's be real. Like walking down the neighborhood back in the day, you were either being like catcalled or yelled at because you didn't want to go over there. So I think we're just unfortunately used to abuse. I think some women unfortunately embrace that abuse and are addicted to the toxic nature because that's all they know, and some women rebel against it, and that's usually probably the women in this room. About the Steph Curry's wife thing, as someone that got married young and seen it in other friendships I had, I think people don't understand. I think men think they're getting a good bargain when they marry someone young, but they forget they have to grow up. Their frontal lobe will develop at some point. The woman will like realize like he's really not all that, and why am I talking to him? And I'm wasting my life away. My whole life is dedicated to everybody else but me. And I think those are valid, real feelings when you um marry someone young. And I think men be like, oh, you so ungrateful. I'm like, but that's what you wanted. You wanted a impressionable, naive, don't know nothing about the world girl, literal girl, because I think anyone in their early 20s to late teens is a girl. And then she grows up and sees life and didn't even do any of her ambitions or anything like that or whatever. Like I didn't start my ambitions and stuff like that till later, in life, in my late 20s. And it does, even at my age, it does bug me that I wasted so much time dedicated. Like I think men think it's a good bargain for the first 5 years, but they think women are disposable anyway, so they probably go on to the next young girl. But that it comes with a price marrying somebody young because they do grow up. They eventually grow up and see what situation they're in. They eventually learn by just observation, like, hey, I'm being ignored and neglected and not treated right. And hey, I think I'm just a vessel to pump out kids and a maid at the house. And I had dreams. I wanted to be a hairstylist. I wanted to be a biochemist. I wanted to do all these things, and it threw it all away. And he gets to live out his dream as a basketball player. But what about me? So I think that's what she was trying to allude to. And I think people that only went through that understand what she was saying.
All right, all right. I got you. I got you, Miss Chrissy, baby. I definitely agree with you for sure. I know my first marriage, which was terrible. I if I had stayed in there, I can't even tell you how I would feel. Like how much I would feel that I had missed out on everything in life, honestly. And it's when you have like regret about doing things, it's a terrible thing. And like I said, I really think she's crying out for help, to be honest with you. Let me go over here to Kalandra. Go ahead, Kalandra.
I just wanted to add to your point, triggered. That I do agree with what you said. I think the problem is that men, I feel like because so many people are not like wealthy, like Stephen Curry is a basketball player, and so when you're looking at him, even with Cam Newton, black men were getting online, and some black women saying, "Oh, but he's a millionaire. He has money. Money doesn't make you a good husband, like Trigger said. That don't make you a good father. That just means you have access to do more things." But that doesn't mean that, like you said, Trigger, he's a good father, a good husband. That don't mean none of that. That just means he has money. But I feel like because so many people want that and stuff, they feel like, oh, he's great. Like I would switch places with her in a second. Yeah.
All right, all right. I got you, Kalandra. You guys, I've hit an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, you guys. Like I said, I think I'm going through it, you guys. I think I am, what's the word I'm trying to say? I am, people are getting on my nerves. I think that's the way. All the coons that I dealt with over the past, I think it's about the past week or two. Then all of these like pick me's that I've been dealing with. And then these delusional black men that have never been told the truth about themselves. I think is causing me to I don't know. I don't know if you guys like to see that, but I don't want to, I don't really like to be mean to people, even though I feel like sometimes people deserve it. And so I struggle between the two of that. You know what I'm saying? Because, at the end of the day, I don't want God to be mad at me, but it's just like sometimes it's just like they just make it too easy for me. They come and say these crazy things, and then I go look at their pictures, and it's just nuts. And lately, I haven't even been sparing pick-me's. Like normally, I spare pick-me's, but I think it was yesterday. It was a couple women I didn't even spare. you know? And I'm just like, what are you becoming, Triggered? What are you becoming? You know, I don't know. Because it's just like, what is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong with people? You know, and it's not to say that I think that everything that I am, saying is always like I know everything, but I know what I know. And I know that the people that I be tearing up, they deserve it. Okay? I never do it to people that don't deserve it. But it doesn't mean that I'm supposed to do it. So I don't know. I'm kind of struggling right now on should I do this or should I not? I'll probably always roast men to some degree. But I remember it's been like maybe like I think this happened maybe eight no, it's probably longer than that. Maybe like a year ago. I had roasted this dude real bad. I really did. I tore him to pieces and he deserved it. He was talking real crazy. Do you know this man sent me a DM? And he started talking about how I made him feel bad because he's not the type of man that I think he is. And if I only gave him an opportunity to get to if I only gave him an opportunity, I guess, to get to know him or whatever, that I would see that he's not like that. And I broke his spirit. And am I happy with that? And I was just like, I actually, even though he deserved it, he deserved it. He was talking real crazy about black women. He was another one that had never had a black woman respond in kind. I still felt bad. No, he did not. He was talking reckless about black women. I still felt bad, because I was like, oh, wow, this man really crashing out. He tagging me in videos and stuff, trying to show me the inside of his house. And I'm just like, Negro, like, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, whoa, you know? So and I guess it's because I think people think like me. Because if I don't know you, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you think I'm a lame or you think I'm ugly or whatever. So I don't care. Now I care if you threaten me, if you try to threaten my life like that one dude that was in the live a few days ago did. But other than that, I don't be caring if you call me ugly, you can call me nappy headed, you can call me bald headed, you can say you think that I'm on my 600-pound life. I don't be caring. And because I have to care about you before I care about what you say. But I don't know. Oh, my husband says I'm tripping. He says some people need to be rebuked. All right, then. Then maybe it's not that big a deal. All right. But anyway, I just wanted y'all to know if anybody questions why, I just been going so hard at people lately. It's just because I really feel like sometimes people really need it. And like when I did those Cardi B lives and I saw all of those black women that were cooning, like that stuff was like really making me mad. I was like, y'all black women over here that are doing this, y'all have no self-respect. Cardi B not gonna sit nowhere and defend you. Erica Mena not gonna be nowhere defending black women. And y'all are over here defending this woman. And then it's like to see black women defending Diddy, talking about, oh my gosh, I can't believe Diddy got 50 months. I can't believe that that's not right. And I'm thinking Diddy would have stomped a hole in your forehead. Diddy would have had you out here getting pee-peed on. And you over here defending Diddy? Like, I don't know. It's like when I be seeing people that act like that, it just be like, I can't even spare you. Like, it's just like before I would have some type of restraint when it came to at least black women. But now it's like, I don't even have any restraint for anyone. Like, it just feels like I just can't, I have to just say something because it's like, what's going on? You know? But anyway, you know what? Yes, I did, Gigi. I saw them pictures of Diddy hitting the floor on his knees. You know what? And the crazy thing is that I feel like Diddy really believed that he was above the law. For real. Because if you go out there in a hallway and beat the brakes off of somebody and then drag them back in like they did something to you when they only trying to run away, you are a dangerous animal. And the only reason why this man feel bad is because he's facing the consequences. He don't feel sorry about nothing he did to nobody. He just feels sorry for him that he's being punished. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all it is. I don't feel sorry for Diddy in the slightest. And you know what? I don't feel sorry for his sons either. Like, his son, I think his name is Christian, that look like him. I think that he looks like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a handsome man. But if you look in Christian Combs' eyes, you can see that same demonic spirit, that same mentality is right within him too. That is right inside of him as well. And that's why when I see girls talk about how fine Christian Combs is, I'm like, y'all don't see that that man has a completely demonic spirit, just like his daddy? Like, stop the games, please. Yes, and you know what? Quincy is also very handsome. I don't trust Quincy either. There's something wrong with him too, absolutely, because I don't y'all can tell me if y'all believe this or not, but I think that Diddy unalived Kim Porter, allegedly. That's just my opinion. I think that he did it. And I believe that Quincy knows it. And if you can still keep company with a man that is not your daddy, not saying that if it was his daddy that it would be okay, but a man that is not your daddy and you know for a fact he toe tagged your mama, that means that there's something also in you that is truly demonic. Truly, truly demonic. Like, I don't trust nobody over there. And, I think look, I'm going to tell y'all something else. Y'all know the twins? They look like there's something not right with them as well. And I'm not saying that it's their fault because of the environment that they have been raised in, but some don't seem right in that entire family. Truthfully, something not right. Something not right over there for sure. But I think that Diddy is getting everything that he deserves. My opinion is, though, I don't think Diddy's gonna make it out. I don't think that he's gonna make it to 50 months. I really, really don't. I think it's going to be like a Jeffrey Epstein type of situation, where they just say like, oh, he unalived himself. He gone. I think that's what it's going to be. I don't think he going to make it 50 months at all. That's just my opinion though. Yeah, I think Will Smith family is definitely weird as well. For sure. But yeah, I think Diddy, I really feel like Diddy hit them knees in that courtroom because he knew that that was the end. It's like almost like a dead man walking type of situation. That's what I think when it regards to Diddy, for sure. I think Diddy's cooked. I think that Diddy knows too much. Diddy's been involved with too much. Diddy been brushing shoulders with a whole bunch of people. Hold on, you guys. All right, you guys. Sorry. All right. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. I hope that y'all have a great weekend, all right? And yeah. Probably more crash outs from me coming. I don't think that it's gonna stop anytime soon. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Oh, wait, Miss Chrissy, baby, you had something to say before I get out of here? I see you in the request. You had something to say before I get out of here?
Oh, I was saying, I think because I didn't see the pictures. I got to follow up when I get off this live. But he did have pre-planned speaking engagements next week, so he really thought he was getting off.
Yeah, that's what he thought. He got to understand that a lot of times that your blackness is going to outweigh that money every day. These white people can't wait to humble you, and tell you, hey, you know what I'm saying? You're not as black and you're not as, privileged as you thought. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. I hope that y'all have a great bye user 492. All right, I'll see you guys later. I hope that y'all have a great weekend. All right, you guys. All right, I'll see y'all.